The rabbit-proof fence, which a lot of people would have only heard about from the movie, it's actually a series of 3 fences in Western Australia built to keep the rabbits out of the agricultural areas of the state, which in the end turned out to be a failure, but it was a pretty good try. It was built in 1907 through to 1908, 2 years of building, and this section here is part of number 2 rabbit fence, which runs from Point Anne on the coast up to Kew, where it turns into the east and joins the original number 1 at Gum Creek. This section here is one of the old rabbit traps where they'd set it up so that rabbits hit the fence. They'd run along looking for a way through, they'd find a gap, and turns out that gap went into just a little holding cell as such, and rabbit trappers would come along and empty the traps, and that was actually their job. So yeah, it's quite interesting. This is the only trap that I've actually seen. I've heard of a couple of sites where there were, but it's the only one that's still complete. It's on a little wayside stop, so you can pull in, have a look, bit of an information centre. I think it's well worth having a look if you're in the area, and yeah, bit of Australian history that not many people see or hear about. And yeah, the rabbit-proof fence is more than just a movie. I've added 3 pictures at the end of the video here to show you the location of where you can actually visit this site. It's West Australia, a couple of hours out of Perth, and if you're ever in the area, just have a stop and have a look, check out a bit of history. Here's an old clip just to show a bit of the rabbit problem. Although this was filmed in Kerrang in Victoria, it gives you a bit of an idea on what the times were like.
Throughout the Commonwealth of Australia, the greatest animal pest of all is the rabbit. Rabbits are there in their tens of millions, eating the countryside bare and doing untold damage to agriculture. Here at Kerrang in Victoria, we see a typical rabbit drive with 30 beaters rounding up the rabbits into a wire netting trap in a corner of a 500-acre property. Incidentally, it does seem odd that while Australia has millions of rabbits, in Britain it's quite hard to get one to make into a pie. It's certainly a big roundup, and here's where the fox turned up. They nearly drove him into the trap, but he just got away. Anyway, since the rabbit's public enemy number 1 down under, this time the farmers rejoiced over a good day's work. A big harvest of rabbit skins, and better still, several thousand rabbits less on their land.